Once upon a time, in the heart of a noisy, crowded city, there stood an old flour mill tucked at the edge of the bustling market. The air inside was thick with swirling dust and choking heat, while the heavy millstones turned endlessly, grinding wheat into flour from the first light of dawn until long after dark. Living in that mill was a simple donkey, a worn-out, faithful worker who knew nothing but labor. Day after day, he walked the same endless circle, harnessed to the massive millstone, his hooves beating out the same steady rhythm on the hard floor. The owner of the mill was a greedy man who cared nothing for the donkey's aching muscles or his exhaustion. All that mattered to him were the sacks of flour piling up and the coins they would bring. Then, one morning, the owner noticed the donkey beginning to slow, not because he was lazy, but because time had finally caught up with him. His breathing had grown heavy, his steps unsteady, and his once strong body could no longer keep the old pace. The owner grew furious. "This animal is no longer useful to me," he thought. But he was too clever to reach for the whip. He knew more beatings would only break the donkey faster, so he chose a far more powerful tool: sweet, poisonous praise. The very next day, the owner walked into the mill carrying a magnificent golden saddle that sparkled like treasure in the sunlight. The donkey stared, frozen in wonder. It looked like something meant for a royal horse, not for a dusty, tired creature like him. The owner approached slowly, smiling gently. "My strongest one," he said warmly in front of all the workers and the other animals. "My hardest working donkey." He placed the gleaming saddle on the donkey's back with careful, almost loving hands, as though the animal truly mattered. "You are not like the others. You are special. You are irreplaceable. You are the true hero of this mill." The donkey's chest swelled. For the first time in his life, his tired heart felt warm and proud. He had never been spoken to like this, only commanded and driven. In that moment, a dangerous belief took root inside him. "If I work even harder, I will be loved." From that day forward, the donkey no longer walked like a weary beast. He walked like a champion. He pulled faster, pushed stronger, and forced his body far beyond its limits. Every muscle screamed for rest, but his mind kept whispering, "Heroes do not stop. Heroes do not complain. Heroes do not get sick." He was terrified of losing the golden saddle, terrified of losing the praise, terrified of becoming ordinary again. So the mill kept turning. Then came the day when fever burned through him. His legs trembled violently, his vision blurred. Each step felt like walking across hot coals. His heart hammered as if it wanted to burst from his chest. Still, he forced himself forward, one more step, one more circle, until his legs finally gave way. He collapsed to the dusty floor and died. The owner did not shed a single tear. He simply bent down, unbuckled the golden saddle, and lifted it off the lifeless body. The very next morning, that same shining saddle was placed on the back of a fresh young donkey. Never let another person's praise become your prison. Some people do not see your heart. They see only a machine that produces for them. They will call you special, irreplaceable, and a hero, not because they love you, but because they want more from you. The moment you break, they will not ask how you are. They will simply look for the next one. Work hard, yes. Give your best, of course, but never destroy yourself to earn someone's approval. Your worth is not decided by a golden saddle, a title, or pretty words. Your life is far more precious than any compliment. Your health is far more important than any job, any relationship, or any reward. If you have to bleed to be accepted, then it was never love. It was only exploitation.